Ian Garry just beat Carlos Prates. This is the hardest sport in the planet to pick. I mean, look, I know a lot of people picked Ian Garry. I know Ian Garry to some people is an obvious pick. For me, I just thought Carlos Prates. I thought he was, you know what I thought Carlos Prates was? I thought he was actually good, but he proved to me in this fight that he's just an aura farmer. In all seriousness, Carlos Prates lost to Ian Garry. And what was that from Carlos Prates? First 3 rounds, really the first 3.5 rounds, does nothing. Literally does nothing. Barely throws any shots, throws single shots, jab, leg kick, maybe a body kick attempt, maybe a high kick. Barely. He should have threw way more high kicks. Threw nothing. And whereas Ian Garry, at least to his credit, one hook, uppercut, throwing combinations. Prates, he thought a jab was enough to win him the fucking fight? One singular jab? Then we get to round 4. Same thing. But then halfway through the round, he starts to walk down Ian Garry a bit. And I'm like, all right. Something might happen here. And round 5 happens. And he fights round 5 the way he should have fought every other round. Which was aggressive, putting pressure on Garry, putting him against the cage, throwing combinations, throwing more than just one punch a minute. But he decided to do that in the final round of the fight. He could, and you know what's crazy is he actually could have finished Ian Garry had he just threw some hammer fist, because Garry was out. He was out. He was completely out on the ground. Face was all red. He was like, "Where's me wife? Wait, oh, is that my wife in the crowd getting fucked by Buckley? By Joaquin Buckley?" Seriously though, he was out on the ground. And Prates, because I guess he just forgot how to finish fights. I can't believe it. He actually could. That's like, and I said this and I live reacted to this. If you guys want to go back and watch my live reaction, it's on the channel. I said this, but this is the worst case scenario. Because if you're an Ian Garry fan, he dominated the first 4 rounds or 3.5 rounds and then looked shit in the last one and almost got KO'd. And if you're a Fighting Nerds fan, so it was like a boring fight, then he almost gets KO'd, right? Boring performance, almost gets KO'd. He had a couple of moments where he landed on Prates pretty good, but we know Prates can be hit. And then if you're a Prates fan, it's one of these things where you know the Carlos Prates fans, you know the Fighting Nerds fans are like, if there was one more round, this fight would have been over. Which might be true, but there's not 6 rounds in MMA, brother. So, yeah. If there was one more round, how about if Carlos Prates had one more brain cell, he would have finished the fight. It's ridiculous. And I will say this. I'll say this about Ian Garry. I overrated his grappling. I think a lot of people overrated his grappling because Prates was shucking him off. But I think a lot of people underrated his striking, including myself. I did not think he was that good of a striker. He did impress me, his striking at times. He's a rangy guy, a rangy striker, but he does have good combinations. He does have pretty good kicks, even though he kept going for the high kick in the early rounds. But Prates, what he surprised me with is he only knows how to throw one punch a minute. No, what he surprised me with is his grappling. He only got taken down about 3 times, and he got up pretty easily. but I guess I overrated his ability to get going in the early rounds or something. I will say this as well, again about Prates. He has 5-round cardio. Everyone said, oh, we're worried about his cardio. He smokes too many cigarettes. He does have 5-round cardio. He looked way more fresh than Ian Garry. Now, that could be because Ian Garry just simply threw more, but he did look pretty fresh. Just, damn. Why do the boring fighters win nowadays? Like, Bilal's going to be JDM. You know? Fucking, I don't know. Ankalaev beat Pereira. It's just going to keep happening. It's just going to keep happening. Makhachev, he's not boring, but he's probably beating Topuria. He's not boring, I know. He's not boring. Fuck, man. Why, man? We can't have nothing good. We really couldn't. Imagine if there's another universe out there, and I wish I lived in this one, in this other universe, where Prates ends up getting the finish in the 5th round. And he's over here on the mic talking about, I want the title, and Gary's out cold or something. I just headbutted my mic. Oh, I'm so angry. Always pick the more boring fighter nowadays. Always. I'm picking Belal Muhammad to destroy JDM. I don't care. There's no way in hell JDM beats Belal because he's exciting. So how can an exciting fighter win a fight nowadays? It has to be the boring one. Fuck, man. I'm so depressed. Like, I'm actually sad about this. Not even because I'm such a big Carlos Prates fan, but Ian Garry's going to be insufferable. You don't understand. If you thought he was bad before, coming off of a loss, you thought it was bad. Now he's coming off of a big win. Fuck, man. He's going to be insufferable. You don't understand. You guys don't understand, bro. Why do I watch this sport, man? Meanwhile, in boxing, you had Conor Benn and is it Chris Eubank is his name? Conor Benn, I almost said Alex Eubank. Isn't he like the fitness YouTuber? Conor Benn and whatever, Eubank. One of the best boxing fights ever, I heard. But no, but us MMA fans, well, guess what we get? We get Ian Garry, the cuck, winning. I love this sport, man. Ankalaev's beating Pereira in the rematch. What other boring fighters are there? Any boring opponent, always pick the more boring fighter. Honestly. I hate... How do you pick the sport, man? How do I pick the sport anymore? Usman's gonna beat Buckley. He's gonna out grapple him. He's just gonna beat him. He's gonna smudge him. Sandhagen's gonna beat Figueiredo by boring decision. I'm done, bro. Overall, the later round, the round 4 and round 5 were good, but the first 3 rounds were shit from both guys. You know? I don't know what else to say, honestly. What's next for them? I don't know. Ian Garry could go fucking... He's going to ask for a title shot. You guys don't understand. This is the worst timeline. He's going to beg for a title shot. Prates is probably going to have to fight Jeff Neal, which would be cool, but he's going to have to work his way back up. I hate this sport. At least Anthony Smith lost, so... Overall, terrible fight. Terrible result. I don't know what else to say. See you guys next time. Make sure you guys like and sub. What did you guys think? Did you guys pick Ian Garry? If you guys did pick Ian Garry, I know No Bromo did. Shout out to No Bromo. He's killing me on picks. He picked Ian Garry, and that's a great pick. I should have picked Ian. I don't even care about the pick. Even if I would have picked Ian Garry, I would be upset. I wanted him to lose. So become a member in the description. Fuck, man. We're in the worst timeline. Bro, I'm telling. We're gonna end up. Makhachev is gonna submit Topuria, and if that happens, if Makhachev submits Topuria, bye. Just bye, guys. Just fucking Ian Garry, man. Fuck.